Hello and welcome to English 122, Rhet and Comp 2. This is the online section for this summer. I wanted to get you started with a welcome video, and this welcome video is hopefully going to give you a kind of a brief tutorial and an overview of how to use the course, some really important information about the course, and kind of giving you a heads up about what we'll be doing in this course over the next 8 weeks. So we're going to start here. If you look on your screen, this is the Highland Community College website. This is the home page. If you click login, that's how you get to Moodle. Moodle is the platform that we'll be using for the online version of this course. Everything that you do, all of your course information, all of your projects, all of your assignments, even all of the resources that you need in terms of course material, aside from your own research, can be found in Moodle. So if you click login and you log in, that takes you to, this says staff portal, yours would say student portal. If you click on Moodle down here, that will take you to your dashboard. These are my courses. Your course will be here, English 121 Y1, or 122 Y1, I'm sorry. And that takes us to this course here. So this is what our course looks like. So these things at the top are sticky. All of this stuff, the course overview and general information, correspondence options, etc., are sticky at the top. So no matter what week you're in, these will always be at the top. I would encourage you to please take some time this first week, early in the first week, before Thursday, to familiarize yourself with these things. There's a little welcome note. The syllabus is here. This is something that you should read carefully, and this is part of your assignment for the first week. The course schedule is here. This course schedule is not really tentative. There shouldn't be very much change to this because we're on a very tight schedule to complete all of the work that we need to do this semester. The full semester project component summary is there. That's something that we'll talk about in just a minute, but you should familiarize yourself with it more thoroughly. We use MLA format, so there are some MLA things. I also use Turnitin, so how to see the feedback in Turnitin is here. Because we're online, course correspondence is really important. We have a Remind class. If you're familiar with the Remind, excellent. If not, please click on this link and enroll in the Remind class. And I would ask you to please send me just a quick message like a "Hey, how are you?" as soon as you enroll in Remind, and I'll message you back so that you know that you're in the course and everything's working. I'll also have campus office hours on Tuesdays, most Tuesdays, from 12 to 2 o'clock p.m. But if you would please email me to make sure that I'll actually be there and not in a meeting or off campus, just so that we can make sure. If you want to see me face to face, that's awesome. I'm happy to see you, but just make sure to give me a heads up so that I know you're coming. There's also a news forum here. This is something that I'll send you Remind messages, but I'll also post on the news forum if there are any announcements for the week. So if you would please look at this stuff carefully before you get too far into the class in the first couple days, that would be great. One thing I wanted to mention about the online version of this course, because it's summer, because it's online, there's kind of a heavy workload. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a heavy workload class, and it requires quite a lot of attention. I would assume that you'll want to be logging in at least 4 times a week, if not more like 5 times or 6 times a week. And you'll need to be working right along, right from day one, so that you can get all of the stuff done. There's a lot to do this semester. So in terms of time requirements, I would say that this course is going to take you roughly 15 hours a week, maybe a little bit more some weeks, maybe a little bit less some weeks, but it is intense. You also need some good internet at home. I would say that it's awfully hard to try this course if you are only using mobile. Moodle's not great with your mobile device. You really kind of need a laptop and regular old internet access. You can also, of course, use the library at school or a public library or a friend's house or whatever. Those are good options, but make sure that your internet access is reliable and that you always have access to it when you need to turn things in. Having internet problems is not going to be an excuse for getting something in, because this is an online course and it's expected that you've got reliable internet access at all times to finish the course. So if you are having troubles, get a hold of me somehow and maybe we can try to figure it out. But please make sure that you've got that before you get too much farther into the class. Okay, so that being said, I wanted to introduce you also to the full semester project. So unlike probably some of the other English classes that you've taken, this is just a full semester research project. So for the full 8 weeks, we'll be working on a single research project, and it will culminate in a 10 to 12 page paper at the very end. So all of the assignments and activities and discussion boards and all of that stuff will really be based on putting together this full semester project. So this full semester project component summary, this is an important document that you'll want to refer to often. There are 5 major components, and these components are check stops. So in other words, you have to complete one before you can move on to the next. So that means, let's say you complete component 1 and it's fine, but then you miss the deadline for component 2. You cannot begin component 3 or turn it in or get it graded until you have turned in component 2. So whether or not you get points for it, if it's too late to get points, you still have to turn it in and get feedback on it until you can start the next component. So this is why it's really important to maintain your time and to manage your project components and your research so that nothing is late that can really start to snowball on you. So there's an interest inventory and planning exercises and topic choice. That's the first component. So within this first week or so, you'll be choosing your topic. Your topic needs to be argumentative, and it needs to be something that's based in academic or scientific data or research. So something that you can use very scientific or academic research to prove your opinion. Then there's a research proposal, an annotated bibliography, a rough draft, and a final draft. So notice that there are varying points for these. Some of them are big points, some of them are small points. They're still all check stop. Even if they're small points, you still have to do them to make sure that you can move on to the next ones. So please take a look at this very carefully and make sure that you kind of understand what we're doing. There will be another video on choosing topics and interest inventory, and all of the components will have their own video explanation that will be shorter than this one so that you can kind of get an idea of what you're heading into. So back to the course, that's kind of an overview. I also want to welcome you to the course. I'm glad that you're taking this course online with me this summer. I'm looking forward to working with you, and I hope that this summer is a great one. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you guys in the next video.